going on, everybody? Welcome back to the simulator. Welcome back to the channel. This is stream number 2 of the day. We just got done with D-LUD's round for this week. It is the 15th, Wednesday the 15th of October 2025. We're going to play Crushinit's Executive and Par 3 Fun League. If you guys have been watching the channel for very long, you know I'm not a fan of Par 3 courses not because they're not fun, but because they kind of highlight the worst part of your golf game, which is usually the short and putting, right? Worst parts. 6-foot gimme auto putt. We're obviously going to be at, 2,000, 3,000 yards on these type of courses. Friday pins. Greens are soft, so we're going to get some respite there. Stimp is 10. Fairway firmness is normal. Wind is calm, and the tournament is at 7,000 feet. Probably because it's in Tahoe. Let's give it a play here. While we're loading up, it looks like the only person who's played this so far is the SGT member Get Golf, and they scored a 5 over, which on a par 3 course is an amazing score. I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to keep it on the rails here because my short game is not that great. 234, huh? A par 234, par 3 234. I'm even more surprised this gentleman's only 5 over par. That's pretty damn good. That's impressive. Okay, we got to remember we're at 7,000 feet above sea level. You don't need to take nearly as much club up here. Let's see if this 4 hybrid will get us up. I'm thinking +5 is an amazing score at this point. Okay, that wasn't struck well enough, and it is too high. Looks like we're going to hit the cart path. Maybe nope, it's just still going, and it stopped over there in the grass. Not a bad shot, just I got under it, I think. Under it and Healy. Let's chip up. We're probably going to take a bogey here unless this is some like amazing shot. That was a pretty good shot. Saved our asses on that one. We went from a 250-yard par 3 to a 100-yard par 3. Down a couple, into the wind. Let's just say we want to hit about 95 yards here. Okay, should be able to get out of here with a par. The greens aren't going to play all fast and nasty, so we should be all right. Oh, yes, sir. Another 100-yarder. This one's gonna play almost 90. We'll just hit this little 50 degree again. Got some Bee Gees playing on Pandora here behind me. There wasn't any chance of a birdie there. Ooh, that went, dude. Free, that went. That sucks. Mistakes like that, guys. That ball is 35 yards past the pin. That is a huge mistake. Huge mistake, guys. I'm not even proud of it. I'll own it, but I ain't proud of it. Okay, and then that one went short. I will never understand this game. Oh, the good old GS Faux accelerate off the flag stick trick. That probably just cost us our birdie. I'll try to get it in the hole though. All right, holding up nicely, holding up nicely. More than a woman. This is not a comfortable distance for me. The shot's in the bag. I can hit the ball that far. It's just not accurate yet. Did I just get done saying I could hit it that far? That was a little fluffy. Is it gonna make us putt? I'm thinking yes. Nope, it didn't. Let's stop making mistakes here, why don't we? We got to hit this one about 100 yards. So close to going 2 under there. Okay, this one's a $1.25, call it a $1.28. Give me a bounce left. Oh! All right, we might have bought ourselves a bogey there. You got to be closer on those chip shots. You must be closer. So this birdie's about to go away here. Oh, so close. All right, back to even we go. Got to be more cognizant of our damn short game. Well, this whole thing is our short game, right? 180. This is a bit far for me. I'll see how close I can get though. Pretty damn hard to complain about that shot, I guess. Hey Stice, what's going on, buddy? How are you? I was watching a couple of your videos yesterday, and I think I watched a couple today at work. Oops, did I say that out loud? I was on a break. How's it going? Yeah, that was a good shot. That shot's really never typically in my bag. What's going on with you? Yeah, some of them are good, some of them are bad. You know who's got a lot of clubs is for golf's sake. That dude he's probably got thousands of golf clubs. It's absolutely batshit crazy how many clubs that man has. Yeah, he is a stud. He could just be a normal person, and since he's Australian, he's pretty much better than me. Big Dog's what, from New Zealand? Those guys are made out of different stuff. Okay, we got that. We're back under par, thank God. We've got, what, 9 holes left to go, counting the one we're on. Yeah, I'm having a good round. I don't know what to say. 140. Mick from Crocodile Dundee. I still watch those movies. I watch 1 and 2. I never really got into the one where he was in LA or whatever. But Paul Hogan is a stud. I loved those movies when I was a kid, man. I absolutely loved them. We got Tedski2992 in the chat. Welcome, my friend. I don't think I've seen you before. He says, is that a specific pin light you have for your hitting area? Yeah, I think I saw Flying Fat Kid using them, or one of those guys using them, Joe Legowski or something, and you can get them off at Amazon for nothing. And they have a remote, but my remote wasn't in the package when I got the pin lights. So I have to have them hooked up to a stupid push button switch over here, and I have an extension cord run up. It is what it is. But yeah, they're pretty nice. Guys, I'm just gonna leave this one where it is and pray. Stice says it's one of his favorite movies, Crocodile Dundee. Yeah. Walkabout, mate. There was a scene where when he went to New York with Sue, he went on Walkabout, and of course the dude's making friends everywhere. Everybody just thinks he's the shit. Oh! Guys, I think I pushed that a half a degree or so. Yeah, 2 degrees. That's very unfortunate. Yeah, anytime, Ted. If you have any questions, let me know. There's a few of us here that have just a little bit of sim golf knowledge under our belts. I'd say the one trick mostly is money, 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 money. Money will get you anything you want. Okay, guys, we're just not quite landing close enough to the pins on these holes to get birdies. We're having plenty of birdie looks, just not, they're not makeable birdies. Let me retract that statement. They're makeable if you're JT Walsh. There you go. If you look in that dude's stats on it, SGT, he's making some very long putts. Hey, Stice, seriously, I appreciate the kind words. This is a very good round for me on a par 3 course. Par 3 courses are usually 10, 15, 20 over par. Again, great shot. It's just a little too far away to, maybe it'll fall for birdie, but I don't know. It doesn't have a ton going on, but it's got enough to make it a bit tricky, I'd say. 11 feet, playing about 15 feet. Oh, we're leaving so much on the table here. That was a makeable birdie. Those other ones were a little bit luck. $150, this is playing $160, whatever you want it to be. Stice says the ProTee impact cam is sweet. Yeah, that's the reason I saw Flying Fat Kid using his, and I was like, dude, what launch monitor is that? And then he told me what it was, and then he told me that it didn't have an annual subscription. And I was like, okay, so I buy the launch monitor and all I pay for is GS Pro and SGT. Like, that's amazing. You guys can see that we're less screwed if we go high, because the ball's over cut into the left side of the green, which is also happens to be a huge drop off. Another tough putt. Hopefully we can eke out of here with a birdie. Maybe we'll have a couple of more birdies before we get out of the round, but you've got to be a lot better golfer than I am to be close enough for birdie putts most of the time. Stice says he's got a Unicore iMini and he loves the impact cam. I think D-Lud's also got a Unicore iMini. I had a Unicore iMini Lite, and I actually enjoyed it, but once I saw Flying Fat Kid, all of the data he was getting with the lab software, I sold the iMini Lite, and, well, I had already bought the ProTee, but I sold the iMini Lite eventually. But I'm very familiar with Unicore's, what is it, ecosystem. They've got some pretty cartoony courses in their ecosystem. Pretty, I would say, bad localization. And the one thing I didn't like about it was that everything along, if you weren't on the fairway or within a few yards of it, it felt like you were OB. And I think you could shut that option off, but like nobody's using Unicore's ecosystem anyway. Okay, that looks like it's going right. We might be okay. Just not close enough for a birdie. We can usually putt up close for a par. Birdie's not, we're just a little too far away. Stice says he used the Unicore software a couple of times. I think in the beginning of my YouTube tenure, I was booting up some Unicore stuff. I did a few videos back when I actually had like thumbnails and all of that. That had a chance of going in, but Sally didn't hit it hard enough. This is one of those holes where you're going to want to move as close to the side of the tee box as you can. Not a huge fan of having trees in the way of the tee box, but what are you going to do? Oh, that's gone, guys. That's one of the worst shots I'll probably hit today, and that's going to tank our score pretty bad. I actually don't even know what happened there. Hosely again. Lateral, flag line. It's just best to re-hit here. Let's actually get a ball up and over instead of being a damn idiot. Whew! All right, now we got 3 holes left. We really need some birdies. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That's so short. Yeah, that kick was nuts. Wouldn't that have been crazy if that ball went in the hole? Especially after putting it in the drink. That'd have been kind of funny. Oh, that thing checked up. We might have just bought ourselves another bogey, guys. Shit. Let's leave it right there. It's an 11-foot shot. Damn it. Oh! It went under the hole. Shit. All right, 2 more holes. Let's see if we can get back down to even. Yeah, that'd have been a dope little par. I'd have been pretty excited about that. It's a par with comments. I've got some comments about how you got that par there. Just not quite close enough for birdies. Let's hope we can get this ball up. That's quite a putt we've got ahead of us. 55 plus 12. We're looking almost 70 feet. We're gonna blast through a lot of this break, but we'll see what happens. Oh, I think that's gonna be too short for even a gimme. Uh-oh, boys, I think we're looking at another bogey here. I'm not much of a putter. Not much for putting. What was that shit? Oh, oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, you're witnessing me unravel at the end of the round here. And we're finishing out with a little 180. Well, damn it. That ball did not want to be in that hole. It said, nope, not interested, buddy. Kick left, kick left. All right, we should be able to get out of here, assuming that I don't botch this chip. We should be able to get out with a par. And we'll be 2 over for the round. This is a toughie, guys. You gotta really have a lot of feel here on this type of a shot. A little more feel than that. Okay, it's pretty flat, but we're looking at maybe getting out of here with a 3. Let's see if we can keep the collateral damage to a minimum. All right. Short round there. I gotta get into the house and get ready for work tomorrow. 56, so we went two over. I thought we were 3 over. Okay, so I must have a terrible, terrible handicap, terribly high handicap here in this league. Gross score was 2 over par. The net score was a 47, so 7 under par. That's crazy. That's crazy. +2, net -7. I don't know how you check what your handicap is on a league, but I'm not going to waste you guys' time looking. See you, Stice. Thanks, Ted. Thanks for coming in. It was good to have all of you guys. Not much to say here. Good round, especially with the handicap strokes that I was given by the, I don't know, the handicap gods. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. This is Turbo Talon Golf signing out for the night. We will see you guys tomorrow, possibly Thursday the 16th of October in the year of our Lord 2025. Have a good one, guys.